Ready to go. Hey guys, welcome to the Drift Podcast. I'm Travis.
And I'm Ben.
And today we have a very special guest. And that is none other than Jacob Peck. Welcome.
What up, gang?
Well, first of all, tell us a bit about yourself.
About me, I'm 26 years old. I like dogs.
Nice.
Walks along the beach.
Nice.
Have a keen interest in drifting, drift-related shenanigans.
What's that?
What's drifting?
Well, I can't tell you if you don't know. Anyway, but seriously, I'm 26. I live in Lennox Head, New South Wales. I've been drifting for about, I think, coming up on 8 years now. I run a drifting focused clothing brand, and I do YouTube stuff. So
Nice.
pretty much anything drifting.
Whoop, you're breaking up a bit there.
Gotta love the internet down south.
Yeah. Typical New South Wales countryside internet. You're breaking up a little.
Due to technical difficulties.
Well, welcome. Thanks for coming on, man. I'll try and sort out the YouTube comments later. First of all, what have we got? Some questions for him.
Well, yeah, when did you start drifting and how did you start drifting, man? 8 years ago, that's a fair time to be driving.
Yeah.
Longer than I've had my license.
Just rub it in that I'm old. So pretty much when I was 16, a friend rocked up to another friend's house and he had this fucking red KE70 with a 5K in it. And he's like, "Oh, hey dude, do you want to go skateboarding at the Gold Coast? Just got my car, we can go do stuff." I was like, "Yeah, rad." Got in this thing, it was 5K welded diff. And we literally just hooned around all day being dickheads in this car. And I was like, I fucking need one of these so badly. And then I think I literally bought one probably, I don't even know, maybe a month or two later. I bought the K70 with a 3TC in it, had a cam, a Weber, high compression, extractors, welded diff, cut Falcon springs and some 13x7s or something on it.
Yeah, man.
And that's where it started.
What year would have that been?
Honestly,
how old are you now?
He's 26.
Oh, okay. You're younger than me. We would have got into drifting at the same time then. You're breaking up a little bit, but we would have got into drifting at the same time if you were 16 and you were 26. So.
Yeah, but you're an old man, so you didn't get into it till late.
Yeah, so that would have been 2008. Woo, you are real breaking up. What's going on?
That was probably...
There we go.
Yeah.
Hello.
I love that it was working perfectly when we tested it, and then now it's been a dick.
I think I might turn my phone off the Wi-Fi, and that may work better.
Yeah, let's see how that goes.
See if that swaps over to him.
And we've lost.
And we're back.
There we go.
Right, let's see how that goes.
Hopefully this works better.
Okay. I'm feeling unlucky.
No, I turned the phone off Wi-Fi, so we'll be sweet. All audio should be fine. Video will just cut out a little bit.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yes. So, favorite cars then?
In the
top
time.
3.
Yeah, top 3 favorite cars.
How many cars have you had? Have you had a shitload or?
I think I did a video on this on my channel.
You did a video what? Was that a month ago?
Yeah, it was probably something like that. Honestly, I can't remember the exact number. I think it was 8 or 9 actual drift cars.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely a few.
What would top 3 be?
I don't know. I don't know if you guys have owned lots of drift cars, but they're always different stages in your life and different things that you learn with them, and you love them in all different sorts of ways.
Yeah.
So it's hard. So it's my first K. Oh, probably not my first KE. My second one that I got that had a 20 valve in it. That's probably it's my car that I actually started doing drift days in, and street drift, street drove and all that kind of stuff. So you're that holds a pretty high place in my heart. But then you look at it and you're like, dude, that car was a piece of shit. Everyone that's 17 building a drift car was obviously trash.
Yeah.
So but it's got a lot of sentimental value in it, and I learned a lot in it, and I met a lot of cool people with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Narrow it down, I'd probably say my JSX-90.
Mm-hmm.
That was a rad car. I've actually still got it. I'll rebuild it one day, but that was a cool, just like my first big body drift car, and completely different world to a Corolla.
Had you driven one prior to owning it?
No, actually. Okay. I think the biggest thing I'd driven before that, I did some skid pan in a friend's like R33 4-door, and that was it.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So yeah, I got offered one for a decent sort of deal, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm going to build one.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
That's sort of like me. Yeah, like went from Corolla straight to like a big body sedan. That was hectic.
It's not that hard though. Like as soon as you put knuckles in those sort of cars, they kind of just like handle like snappy enough.
Yeah, 100%.
You can kind of position it into them pretty easily.
Yeah, and they got the power in there. It's just like driving a couch.
It is.
Yeah, 100%. My first drift day in the JSX-90, I was like, how do people live like this? I could drive a Matsuri and not be tired driving back home after it. Like this, didn't find new muscles in my arms that I didn't know I had. Like, it's absolutely insane. So yeah, no, that was really cool. Probably after that, I'd say I reckon my 4AGZE K70 panel van.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The green one with the big windows and stuff like that. So that was my first Corolla that had boost.
Yep.
And yeah, it just ruined all NA Corollas for me after that.
Would that have been your first car that had boost then?
No, because I owned a couple S14s before I got that.
Yeah. Someone mentioned that black S14.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had the black S14. It was like, disco potato, all kind of shit, jams, etc.
Yep.
I had that. That was a cool setup. And then, my Japan S14 was also before I had that panel van.
That's right. You had the S14 in Japan. Yep.
Yeah. So, and then number 3, I'd have to say my green 8.6 hatch with the carb motor in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember that down at Raleigh. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that car was... That put me on the map.
And it didn't have a rev limiter.
No, which was definitely a downfall. Way to remind me about that.
Right.
Actually, no, that wasn't even that bad. I blew that motor, and then the dude that built it bought it back off me for like $2,000 anyway. So
yeah, right.
Yes, that was not bad at all.
That sounds like you didn't lose money on that.
No, I definitely did not lose money on that deal.
Mm.
I think he said it all ended up being was just like blown head gasket and bottom end bearings. But I was like 21. I didn't have money to do that sort of stuff or skills.
You don't have money now, so.
No, I don't have money now either, or skills.
Nothing changed.
The same. I'm just older.
Feels, man.
That's too real.
We'll get into some real life shit right now. Getting real deep. Cool. So,
we got 3 cars. That was good.
Yeah. No, that's pretty cool. And they're 3 quite different cars as well. You got like a boosted KE. You got a big lounge chair, and then you've got a carbed 8.6. So yeah,
I love that carb 8.6. It was like, I remember seeing that on the forums just before I bought mine, and I was like, yeah, that's cool as shit. And then I think I ended up with your wheels off your original KE70, and they're on my 8.6 now.
That's ridiculous.
I was like, I've ended up with basically that car now.
Yeah, well, with like that, when I had that car, that was when forums were still pumping, so that's what everyone remembers me for.
Yeah. I don't want anyone to remember me from back then. I had a K70 with a body kit, and it was matte black. So.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Let's not talk about that. So.
Not your finest moment, eh?
Yeah. I played too much Need for Speed Underground 1. That was my issue.
It didn't have scissor doors, so you fucked up.
Shit.
Was that the one with that 6 bump or Underglow?
Nah, didn't have Underglow. I wasn't cool enough.
You weren't financial enough.
Cool.
No.
Shit.
Hit him up with the next one.
But yeah, so
talking to that
I
mic.
guess we're talking about like old cars and that 8.6. Does like Super Happy Fun Sliders or Team Relax still exist?
Super Fun Happy Sliders was like me, my friend Jake Holt, Willie G. It's not really like a thing anymore. Like we've still got like a group chat with all of us in it, and like a bunch of our other friends that was kind of like Super Fun Happy Sliders, like associates.
Yeah.
But everyone kind of just got over it after we stopped using the blog spot. Back when people used blog spots.
They were the best though. Like that was awesome.
Feeling old talking about this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back on MSN Messenger.
Oh, I wasn't back that far.
Come on, when we got into cars, it was around that time though. So,
yeah, it was just winding up. But no. So we're still all mates and stuff like that. Like, I talk to Will on the phone like every week. I see Jake at drift events and stuff like that. But then the other dude, Ryan, he actually moved to Europe, and he's like a chef in some like world restaurant or something. Pretty weird transition from shitty Corollas to being a well-known chef.
Yeah, that's quite the career change.
That's what, and country change too.
It
All right.
seems way easier than Corollas, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Corollas are just
And was it Team Relax? Yeah, the other part of that question. Team Relax. I don't even fucking remember what that was. Hey, like a friend just gave me this like massive banner and was like, "Hey, let's put it on your car."
Right.
And I was like, "All right, cool. I don't know what you're about, but free sticker's a free sticker, bro."
That's mint. Hells yeah.
Back when people used to give out their brand stickers to their friends and people would actually put them on their cars.
Yeah.
Unlike now, we're too cool to run their friends' shit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's it. That's it. How times have changed.
How cars have changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the whole scene's different, dude. It's actually no, it's a lot the same, but
yeah,
I think it's just different people, and I don't get people.
Yeah.
That's
it.
Yeah, hit him up with the next one.
I was looking at comments.
Yeah, I'll bring it up. So it's
there we go. Now I can actually see what's
happening. We got comments?
Yeah, we got some comments. Go through a few.
Fuck.
There we go.
I'm trying to get YouTube
Brooks
ones
here for
working.
Chino sales and short hair Pecky.
I think we had even... Oh, yeah.
And Ashley Jack says bring back the NA.
Yeah.
Ashley Jack is wrong.
Well, tell us about your current car. Tell us about your current car at the moment too, then.
My current car at the moment. All right, so my current car is a 1984 A86 11 coupe.
Mm-hmm.
So as being a coupe, it's a genuine Jap import.
Yep.
And being an 84 model, it's a Zenki. So, you know, it's like manual windows, manual mirrors, ugly tail lights, all that kind of stuff.
all the good 8.6 stuff.
All the perfect 8.6 things. Man, I had some guy comment on a video and he's like, "That's the ugliest rear end of an 8.6 I've ever seen." And I was like, I don't have anything smart to say back to that. It's fucking right.
Oh, God, I love Zengi
I got an
stuff.
8.6 and he doesn't, so.
Yeah. They're just jealous.
Yeah, so I bought that car, I don't know, it's probably 2017, off Tom Gray.
Yep.
He pretty much bought it and just like stripped everything out of it, put some ugly ass welds on it, and then generally didn't really do much with it. So I lowballed the fuck out of him for it, and eventually after like 6 months of me just every time he'd bump the post offering him a really shitty figure, he came to the party.
Nice.
And then he's like, "All right, cool. So when did you want to pick it up?" And I was like, "Nah, bro, I'm making you drop that bad boy off to me." So he had to drive it down from fucking Brisbane to Byron Bay.
That's mint.
And accept my shitty offer. So that was pretty good.
Which one's the first?
Because before that I had another coupe.
Yeah, what happened to the old?
Yeah, what happened to the Panda Treno coupe?
So the Panda Treno coupe. I don't know if anyone remembers at Rad Times. fuck, I don't know, maybe 2015.
Yeah, 15 or 16. Was this Mez driving it or something?
Yeah, Mez was
Yeah,
driving
he
it, and
hit the barrier.
yeah, it was testing the durability of the quarters versus one of those massive plastic barriers.
That's right.
Yeah, so as we worked out, the plastic barriers win every day of the week, especially on Sundays.
Yep.
Yeah, so then I ended up, I had a friend do like a cashy / favor to fix it.
Yep.
Which took like 12 or 14 months or something like that.
Yep.
It just took like forever. So he did cut all the rust out of it, like, put like A86 front arches on the rear, resprayed the whole thing in Toyota white for me, like painted the bumpers black, like everything. It was pretty much like a perfect 8.6 shell to do things on, but in that time I'd just fallen out of love with it.
Yeah. And you had the 90.
So, well, I think at that time I had the panel van.
Oh, you did too. Yeah.
Come to think of it. Yeah, so I had the panel van at the time, and I'm like, oh, this thing's fucking sick. And then the other car, I literally hadn't looked at it for like 7 or 8 months by that point that I was about to get it back.
Yeah.
And then I'd been like tossing around buying Tom Gray's one, and then another friend messaged me and he was like, "Hey bro, I want a coupe. Want to sell me your one?" And I was like, "Fuck, I don't know. Maybe throw me an offer." He threw me an offer, and it was really fucking good, so I took it.
Nice, nice.
So it lives in Melbourne currently. It's got a beams in it now. Some big like 14x8 neg 25 or 14x8 neg 25.
Yes, I know the one.
Yeah, you know the one now. Start describing it.
Was it Jake owns it down there?
Yeah, Jake Smith has it now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, that's rad. Fuck, that's a small. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, went to really good hands.
Yeah.
And he's just done unbelievably nice work to it. So I was just going to get it back, put a stupid 4A in it, and then, probably ruin it.
Probably break it again.
Yeah, 100%. It's cool that it's gone to a good home, and that car has a whole lot of history as well. Like that was, I think 999 brought that over back in 2006 or 7.
Yeah, wow, that's an OG car.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, it's been around, so yeah. It's cool that sort of stuff still exists and people are still giving it love.
Yeah, I'm just impressed that car's still going. I thought it ended at that crash. It just never got repaired or something.
Yeah.
No. Fortunately enough, with prices they are now, imagine if I just crashed it and threw it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, considering that like a really nice, tidy Treno notchback in Australia is selling for about 30k. So, with a nice motor and full interior and stuff and registered. So, yeah.
Yeah, gone are the days of the cheap 8.6s, eh?
I remember back in the day on A86 DC and just looking at like an army green coloured notchback, and it was like for $5,000, and I'm like, no one wants a notchback.
Yeah, no one's gonna pay $5,000, you fucking moron.
Yeah, pretty fucking much, eh?
Man.
Well, if I could go back.
Yeah, like my first, that 4H 20-valve K70 I bought was like $3,000.
Yeah.
And people were like, "Oh, you overpaid hard on that."
Wow.
Yeah, insane. It's insane how things change in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, that's it. It's crazy to think what an A86 is going to be worth in another 10 years. Because that was literally 10 years ago that they were that price, Yeah. So,
well, they've like quadrupled in that time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, exactly. So, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see all these, like, the early 90s and 80s Jap cars, what they get up to.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. It'll be an interesting time when there's no more 31s left.
I don't think many people are going to really
that'll
miss
be
them.
magical.
It'll be a good time when there's no more 30s left.
I'd love to be able to go to a drift event and not have to hear one or see one. Not have to wait for one to get towed off track because it's fucking airflow meter or something. Throwing a rod out the block from being revved over 5,000.
Yeah, that's it. That's
all very real problems.
Just 31 things. Alright, hit on the next one.
Actually, is Death Clique like your only job now, or do you do stuff on the side, and is that drifting related, or?
I wish. I still work for a gambling company at racetracks, so
nice.
I still have a proper job.
Nice, pays the bills.
Which Well, yeah, tries to. And then I do like Death Clique printing as well. So I screen print shirts, make die cut stickers. I'm actually, as you can see, the mess. I'm rearranging the office at the moment because I'm buying a sticker printer.
Yep.
It should show up.
Cool.
I'm trying to get sort of enough work with that and enough sort of like machinery where I can do that full time.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, that and YouTubing full time, that'd be freaking awesome.
Ideally, I wouldn't be printing for other people. I'd just be printing Death Clique shit every day and selling it.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be goals. But you got to work towards goals, apparently. They don't just happen.
Damn.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, sweet. So how long have you been doing Death Clique for? And what made you start Death Clique?
Oh, this is where people are going to get upset. I've been doing Death Clique since 2015. I think I did my first release in August 2015.
Nice.
And I pretty much had one design in two colors on some fucking ugly shirts, and I just had no idea what I was doing and decided to start a clothing brand. But
just woke up one day.
Actually, so I'll give a kind of a backstory on it. It goes a bit further than just being like, I'm going to start some shit. So pretty much the year in 2014, my dad passed away, and being 21 and losing your dad, it's fucking it shocks you. I think I've talked to a lot of people, and they say even they're 50, 60, and then lose their dad. It's a massive shock to the system. It's just like this one constant in your life, and then they just disappear and don't exist anymore. And it's a very hard concept trying to get used to. But anyway, so that was 2014, and then you start thinking, you're like, fucking, what if I die? What have I done? What have I left, and what do I have to be proud of? And at that point, I was just working a job at a bank and going drifting occasionally in my spare time. So I was like, I'm mostly just coasting along, doing sweet fuck all. And then probably, I think it was February 2015, I quit my job at the bank because I was like, this place is a hellhole. I'm literally depressed being here. There's got to be something else that'll make me happy. So I quit that, and I was just fucking skateboarding every day, working casually at my job that I'm still at now. And then, eventually Mum was, after about 3 months of me just living at Mum's house and being a bum and skateboarding every day, she's like, you got to do something. And then, I don't know. I don't know why. It seems pretty rude that she's making me do things, but don't just bum around. But so I get bored, so I watch lots of documentaries and videos on the internet and that type of stuff. And I watched the Bones Brigade DVD. So they brought out a thing, and it was about how Bones Brigade started and when they first signed, all those old school dudes like Tony Hawk, etc., etc. And then they had the dudes that started the brand talking about how much the brand meant to them and where it directed them in their life and all the the relationships they formed from it. And it was they talked a lot about how it was a lot bigger than just them. It meant a lot to a lot of other people. So I saw that and I was like, holy fuck, what am I doing? I could do that. And that was pretty much how I just conceptualize the idea of doing Death Clique. If you think about it, it's basically just synonyms for Bones Brigade. But so I just saw that and I was like, oh, you can do this stuff within your things that you love doing, your niche, which for me is drifting, for them was skateboarding, and it's you can make a difference and impact people. So I was like, that's a fucking purpose. And then it just spiraled from there. And here we are now, 3 years later, still going. Oh, almost 3.5 years later, still going. So I've never put in any extra money than just my first release. I spent $1,500 on shirts and stickers, and I've just managed to do okay in sales and work the money to my advantage. What little money we do have coming in, people see it, see me at events and stuff like that, and they're like, man, that's big lineups. Pecky must be fucking killing it. But it's a very hard scene to sort of turn a profit in and make it viable to do all the time. So
totally.
That's why I started screen printing my own shirts. I save myself $6 a shirt every time I print a shirt.
Yeah.
It all just make it work in the best for you. But yeah, so that's how Death came about. It's a lot more than just waking up one day and be like, oh, I'm going to make some money off drifting. It was, there's a bit behind the brand, and I don't feel that I tell people that story enough.
Yeah.
So it's cool for you guys to give me the platform to actually say something, for the 11s of people that will actually listen to it.
That's cool, man. Yeah,
yeah.
So it's a good origin story, and I can totally understand doing something to leave a legacy behind almost, and to that kind of a thing.
Then,
yeah, definitely.
After a while, it becomes more than just that's how I initially came up with it. I was like, oh, I want to do something that people will remember.
Yeah.
But then you get past that, and you're like, it's about other people. Like, other people see the brand and just love it, and they meet each other from wearing the stuff. And these people form friendships just because you release some shirts. It's absolutely mind blowing.
Yeah, man. I've met people when I'm at Ebisu. I've watched videos of people drifting in America with Death Clique shirts on at Grange Circuit and stuff like that. Man. It's crazy.
I had some people one dude Snapchatted me one day, and he was in some food court, and he's like, some dude wearing a Death Clique shirt, and I was, bro, what are you doing? Go up and say hi.
Yeah.
And then that was 3 years ago, and I think those two are still friends now. So
that's sick.
That's a pretty crazy thing to be involved in, and absolutely mind blowing. That you can't say anything less or more than that.
Yeah, no,
that's awesome.
That's such a rad origin story. Far out.
Yeah,
that's cool as man.
Yeah,
a lot goes into it, and I love to make a proper video where I talk about Death Clique and do it.
Yeah,
people know.
I think people will really appreciate a well planned out thing of showing how it all came about, because that's cool, man.
That's a rad story.
One day
show people your first runs of t-shirts and stuff like that too,
and I'll flash all the old photos that I thought I was modeling in and stuff like that.
Speaking of modeling,
there's brands on Instagram that delete all their original posts, and I'm like, I'm leaving everything there. I'm not touching any post that I've ever made on Instagram. It's that all happened, and I grew from there to where it is now.
Yeah, for sure.
I want people to scroll back and see that shit.
Yeah.
So,
got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, that's it.
I'll keep talking about Death Clique forever if you don't stop me.
That's cool, man. We got time. But speaking of modeling, I know a lot of people go on about your hair. So
and we've already had 3 comments about some of your hair care products. So let's start with that before we go any further.
Yeah, let's get that done.
Hair care product. Can I make this screen bigger? I can't see any. I can't see comments yet.
I don't.
You can't see it?
I've got I can only see half the screen. I can see you two, the middle of
what's coming out here.
Really? It was working for Thingo. I have no way of doing that unless you bring up the live stream on your phone. So
I'll do that. So I can see people's comments.
Just probably turn your phone off Wi-Fi though, so that you don't end up in the same drama as I was before.
Yeah, don't fuck up the internet like Trav did.
I'm on the 4G. Don't worry.
Well, we'll talk about some news while you bring that up anyway. So in 3.5 weeks, we have Matsuri, and Pecky will be there. And are you driving as well?
I should do. I fixed my car this week.
Sweet.
From the weekend.
Sweet. And you'll be obviously selling Death Clique stuff there, so people can come down and grab that. We have another
Autumn Jam's coming up.
Autumn Jam.
It Autumn Jam? No, it is Autumn Jam. Yeah, that's coming up soon.
Yeah, Autumn Jam.
Yeah, and that's a 3-day event. You were saying?
Yeah, so it's 3 days of Port Mac.
Yeah, for $330 or something.
Yeah,
something along those lines. Quite cheap for a 3-day.
Yeah, hectic amount of driving for the amount of money you spend, basically.
Yeah, that's absolutely insane. I don't know if people are aware that Port Macquarie do a drift club membership for the track.
Right.
I think it's something on it, but we don't actually know a whole lot about it. So go on if you know a bit about it.
Yeah. So what it is it's you pay a yearly fee, and they have selected days throughout the year where you can just show up and drive. And you get something like 12 days throughout the year that you can. Yeah, it's probably still fucking shit up. That's all right. You just have to tell me if there's any comments. All right, well, that's done. That was fun while it lasted. Yeah, anyway, so it's like $600 for the year, and I think you get 12 track days or something like that.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
That's insane.
Yeah.
But I think they're only on like Tuesdays and Saturdays.
Okay.
Both days.
Which is still, that's manageable if you're organizer.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, with the first one I had some dude message me, and he's like, I can't remember his name. I get way too many Facebook messages. But yeah, so I had this dude message me, and he's like, oh, I'm going tomorrow. Are you showing up? And I was like, oh, bro, I work Tuesdays. That's pretty much the only day that I have to work all the time. Anyway, so he messaged me later that night, and he's like, man, it was literally just me there. I had the track to myself for all day.
Whoa.
I know. I'm like, that is literally insane. For $50, you just basically got a private hire of a track.
Holy shit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I've never heard of that happening anywhere. Like...
No, exactly. Actually, no, I've done it in Japan.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Maybe Ebisu, if you're the only person that happens to turn up that day, is probably about all you'll get.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went to Bihoku
Mm-hmm.
and went drifting there, and we were the only car there all day.
Oh, was that when you had that 8.6 over there and you were driving with Jordan, was it?
Yeah, so Jourdain bought an 8.6 and it didn't make the boat to come back to Australia. So we went over there, and I'm like, bro, can we just use your car and go drifting? And yeah, it ended up, he thought that was a sick idea, and we G'd it up with Shane Bingham from Stacked, and he got us a tow truck, and we did the 3.5 hour drive from Osaka out to Bihoku.
Yeah, that's
yeah, that's rad. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it was
like you posting that like just when I first started getting into drifting.
Yeah, and you're like, that is insane. How do people do that? And then people don't do that. That's
no.
Yeah.
I figured that out afterwards.
Yeah.
It's definitely
really
one of my coolest drifting experiences, being able to go drive at Bihoku.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's sick. But hey, we skipped your stuff about your hair, so get back on that.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry. So hair care routine. So my hair is actually very dead at the moment. I normally get it chemically straightened like every probably 6 months or so.
Really? How much is that?
Yeah. It's like $300.
Yeah, right. Huh.
Yeah, so I just don't get car insurance, and then I can get my hair done. So that's pretty much how
You get your nails done while you're at it.
Are you knocking a mani pedi? I don't feel like you've lived until you've had that.
I'm just picturing you and your girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm like starfish, 4 people working each lamp, hair's getting done, just the whole shebang.
That's weird.
Then go sit in a mud bath for a couple of hours afterwards.
Oh, don't even tease. I might have to take a day off next week and do that.
Hell yeah.
So the real question that people also want to know is, what are the products that you use? Because, you should really be looking at these as sponsorship too, by the way. So.
Yeah, so mostly I pretty much go to like the nice hairdresser like shops and whatever stuff they got on special that's like pretty decently recommended.
Right.
Usually like your Redken, your what's that other one? There's another one that starts with M, Matrix, all that type of stuff. You just got to make sure you use a nice shampoo conditioner for your hair type. If you got some dry hair, get some hydrating stuff. If you got some oily hair, get some other stuff. You gotta ask the questions.
Get some professional opinions.
Exactly. You wouldn't rock up to a tuner and say, I want 400 horsepower if you got a NA 4H. So
you can't do that.
There's something that you do.
Hey, shit, I'd try.
Yeah, why not?
It's called NOS.
We'll just have Mumbles on next time. Be like, how do you do that?
I can tell you how Mumbles did it. Sneaky wet shot.
Yeah.
A couple bottles a day. You're cheering.
Yeah,
he was talking about it on the weekend. He said it was just a small port. He put a wet shot on it as like a 50 shot, and it pumped burnouts.
That's sick.
That thing was mint. I loved it.
Yeah. I really want to do a 4H with
so
NOS.
fast, man.
Yeah. It was quick though.
I just have no idea how it survived as long as it did.
well, NOS isn't that terrible for your motor over a short term.
It wasn't exactly a short term though. I drove like heaps of morning sessions. Every morning session he was out there, and then he was out there all of Matsuri, and then just doing burnouts at short track, and then it finally let go at the end of Sunday.
Yeah.
And, I was at a drift event with him one time, and the front like caster brackets fell off because it was so rusty.
That also doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, so like ratchet strapped it back on, did some more laps.
Sick.
Classic.
Yeah.
No, that car was amazing.
What question were we up to? I can't remember now. We got from hair care to mumbles with NOS powered small ports.
Yeah. Well, 400 horsepower 4H is the goals here. So.
Oh yeah, 400 horsepower for 4Hs. That's right. Yeah, and then after that, just like a nice like treatment. You leave him for 2 minutes and then wash out.
Yeah, and that's an everyday type deal.
Nah, see, washing hair every day, you can run into issues. I usually wash my hair every 3 days.
Okay. All right. We're getting into
keep
the real talk
here.
Yeah. Proper routine.
I feel like 100% of listeners do not know this.
Yeah. Mate, I think you just need to do a YouTube series just on hair care, to be honest.
Yeah, you can start like a separate slide channel, just be like, beauty tips and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not James Charles, but I could try. I'm sure like 100% of people listening to this go, what do you mean I can't wash my hair with the same stuff, orange stuff I wash my hands with after I work on the car? I mean, it'll work, but probably not great.
So basically what you're saying is the $1 on special bottles from Woolworths don't cut it. Once a week or maybe once a fortnight.
You definitely cannot have a 6-in-1.
Alright, hit him up with the next one.
Oh dear. Far out.
Alright.
Yeah. How was halfway hangs and your trip up back to the LZ event? Because that was a pretty hectic schedule you had for that, because you got there fairly early.
That was fucking dumb. I think there's a guy with the Laurel name escapes me right now. Nick Allen. I was going to say Liam Allen, but there's definitely Nick Allen. He did the same thing, and he looks way fresher than me. So anyway, halfway hangs was fucked. So Thursday night, we didn't leave my house until about 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Touch after, so we left, stopped and got some food, and then we got to like Valor at about midnight. And then hung out for a couple of hours, went to bed, woke up in the morning, went and got breakfast, went and set up for the show and shine, did the show and shine thing till like 5, 6 o'clock, had some dinner, did the awards, which I won an award. I'm not sure if people are aware.
Best hair.
No, even more embarrassing than that, I won the Needs Love Award from Produced Auto, which went to the car on display that needed the most amount of love. Basically, I was saying my car was the ugliest piece of shit there.
That has potential.
It has potential.
Yeah, and then so I thought it was the best prize as well. I won a $400 Produced Auto voucher for like coatings or whatever.
Nice. Yeah. Well, look, put it this way. At least they're not saying that you rocked up with a polished turd. You rocked up with
something that does
unpolished something nice.
I wasn't embarrassed. I brought it with me. So that was the Friday night, and then we packed up all the merchandise and stuff and hung out till friggin' 1:30, 2 o'clock again. Got up at 6 a.m. to get to the track the next morning. And then tried to go drifting all day. My car just had bulk issues. Like I got there, did a lap, and my caster arm was loose. So that's what you get for running T3 arms. And then
looking for sponsorship here.
Fuck those guys. Like, who the hell makes a caster arm bracket that has one bolt that holds it on? It doesn't even have like a nylock nut or anything like that. Stupid. I don't think there was like a crutch washer on it or something. Unless, look, I didn't put the car together, so like it might have been like Tom Gray left out some washers or something. But either way, I'm fucking bad mouthing their product. Because all the sizes on they're all like American size nuts and bolts.
Yeah, on a Japanese car, that's a bit dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you guys doing? But, whatever, that's their market. Anyway, so just chasing issues all day, and then I think I honestly only did about 10 laps, and it was too hot, and I just decided, fuck it, put the car back on the trailer, and I got it working enough to go to Archie the next day. So yeah, we went back to Valor, and then so we had like the drifting awards. And honestly, after setting up, selling merchandise, and packing up, we didn't leave there till about 10:30 or so. And then, yeah, it was like a 3.5 hour drive back to my house. So I got to bed at about 2 o'clock in the morning, got up at 6 again to drive 2 and a bit hours back to Archerfield, and then drift all day there. And then, yeah, we went out to dinner with Adam and Luke and stuff after, and we didn't get back to my house till 1 o'clock in the morning again.
Nice.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty hectic few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I had to work. So the only Monday I've worked in the last like 6 months had to be that day. So I worked all day Monday till like 7 p.m. and worked Tuesday until 11 p.m. And then today, which is Wednesday, is the first day that I've had to do some stuff. And then I fucking apparently booked in to get tattooed. And yeah, I don't know if you know, but if you sit there and get tattooed, you get really fucking exhausted.
Yeah, right. I don't have any.
So
I don't know.
Well, anyway, now you know.
Yeah. I can imagine getting just punched with a needle for like 3 hours would fucking wear you out.
Well, I think the thing is you're just like tensing the whole time because you're like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And then that's just takes a lot of energy out of you. And then tomorrow I'm waiting for some more Adam LZ like blanks to show up because I got to do another like 200 shirts for him when he goes to Sydney.
Yeah. Sweet.
I did see something like that on his Instagram.
So, yeah. Oh, did he say something? I'm still dirty that he friggin' messaged me. He's like, "Oh, hey man, do you have any photos of the shirts?" Yeah, and I sent him some, and then he used them on his Instagram. Didn't even fucking tag me.
That's a call out.
Yeah. I did say at the start that some people might get upset at I didn't even say what was meant to be offensive about the start of Death Clique. Anyway, I meant to say as well, I was sick of people fucking coming to drift events and wearing like the cringiest car-related shirts ever, like Hard Tunes and I Love Drift. That was fucked. That was the forefront of fashion for people at drift events.
Yeah.
I think I only liked one of the Hard Tune shirts, and that was like one of their first runs.
700th release.
It was the white one with the red S14 on it. That was a somewhat nice shirt. I did own that one.
Yeah. So
you can't be friends
anyway,
anymore.
I got that part.
Come on, you're probably in Takumi shoes.
No.
I'm not. Don't have an 860 to drive anymore. I can't.
Alright, moving on.
Okay, while we're here, we're calling out anyone else? Or
Hey, look, I'm sure I'll come up with something. Don't you worry.
Yeah, kid.
So tell us about the Halfway Hang Stay.
Which one? It's a 2-day event.
Well, let's talk about the drifting, because I heard there was a lot of crashes.
Yeah, there was a few Lyras. So pretty much, I think it was the first year that they've had the drift in there with the 4-car trains at Rally now.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty tricky track to line 4 cars up without damaging anything.
Yeah.
Especially when there's cameras and blogs and egos and all that kind of stuff. But I don't think there was any more than you would have at an event with that number of cars doing that many laps.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I think it was fine. I didn't crash, so that's the main thing.
No, but caster arm started falling out instead.
Yeah, but I didn't crash.
Yeah, that's point. Good point. Good point.
Who crashed? I think Ty Jeffries got rear-ended.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep.
That was pretty not great.
Yeah, that was pretty average.
Yeah.
That car's been damaged before, so it'll come back.
I think it has over fenders on the rear, so he should be able to sort that out.
Yeah, new bar and hopefully...
I don't think it's got over fenders because he still runs like fucking Neg 7 Canberra or something dumb.
Oh, really?
True.
I'm not sure.
Neg 4, I'm exaggerating.
Yeah, obviously. But still, yeah. I thought it was over fenders, but maybe it's not. I can't remember.
Might be getting them now.
I might need them now.
You'll look next time, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Who else crashed? Oh, Chevelle with the Barossa.
Oh, and that is terrible because like there is no
No.
Barossa parts available in Australia. So
No, so he's literally, he posted on the thing, he's like, hey guys, I know it's like a long shot, but does anyone have like a Barossa door maybe? And I swear 90% of the comments were just H and A, so.
I do want to bring up
definitely get one of
another
that.
bit of news that I just remembered, considering we are talking about overfenders and stuff, and that's that fiberglassing. Was it JP fiberglassing in America that's copying the Car Modify Wonder kits and was selling them as genuine?
Not actually, he's not America. I think it's like the Dominican Republic or something.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I did comment on it and just troll and be like, fucking Americans.
Nice.
I was like, they're so easy to trigger. I had a couple dudes like replying like, bro, he's not even from America. Got him.
But yeah, that's not cool. That's not cool to be, especially to be selling them as genuine when they are not.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But, you know, that's not exclusive to drifting and body parts.
No.
Like it's everything on the internet now. Like,
yeah.
you know, with it being so available, people will just hock whatever they can for whatever little amount of money it makes them. Which is
what are you gonna do when you
sad.
find like when you go over for a trip to Bali and it's just full of Death Clique shirts on the shelf in Bali? Is that going to be a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah, I'll buy fucking all of them. That's way cheaper. The idiots over there already done the hard work. I'll barter them down to $2 a tee.
Just empty out the suitcase, bring them all back. Be like, yeah, sweet, done.
I'm sure they'd sell me a suitcase as well. Like, it would be an issue.
The Death Clique logo on it.
Yeah, that's
Car
the thing.
Modify Wonder logo.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you go over there and they make products that companies don't even make. Like, I think my girlfriend's got like a YSL fucking hoodie. I'm like, yeah, I didn't know they did that. She's like, that's straight from Bali. Not exist anywhere. I'm like, oh, that's embarrassing to wear that places then. But yeah, so they might come up with new product lines for me. It'd be fucking sick. I don't know. I guess it's one of the things you create something. There's always going to be people that copy it. Like,
yeah, that's it. And they'd say it's like copying is the best form of flattery. So
yeah, exactly. So I did have people hit me up all the time. They're like, "Oh, who's your designer, bro?" And I'm like, "No,
Microsoft Paint."
Yeah, I should come up with some random ones just to give them like bump steers. I'm like, yeah, this dude does everything.
Shit. What were we talking about before that anyway?
Oh, we were talking about halfway and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. So is there any other what were your standout cars from halfway?
Standout cars from halfway. I don't know. It's really hard because I'm always doing shit the whole time. Like, I didn't even get up from my stall at the show and shine to go look at cars that were there.
Yeah,
right. And then even at the drifting, I was working on my shit box or driving my shit box. So it's kind of hard to get, see everything, which is also sucks because I give out an award.
Yeah.
And I don't actually even watch any drifting. So I just have to go off whatever Dave tells me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone can get past the street carnage cars. Like they blindsided everyone with that. They came out ridiculously cool, and it's rad to see some sweet Japanese inspired livery on a team of cars in Brisbane again.
Yeah, I did enjoy that. That was cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like what was the last one that was good? Probably Upside.
Upside was pretty cool. Yeah.
And I don't think anyone's really gone that full on, all out style for a while.
Yeah, true. Yeah, actually, no, I can't really think of anyone else that's done it for a while.
No, I'm sure. Hopefully, someone will watch it and tell us and be like, "You guys are fucking idiots! Don't you remember this?"
Oh, I'm watching the comments. I'm waiting for it already.
Yeah. Don't worry, they're 30 seconds behind us. So.
Oh yeah, cool. No, they'll let us know. I mean, Aaron's JDM Garage S14 had all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I did enjoy Aaron's old one when it was on Drift Masters. It was
but every iteration of that car was ridiculous.
Yeah.
That was
like, because what did it have? It started off. It was it was kooky, and then it was
S15
and
front, and then it went
and then it was S15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was...
it went through a lot of stuff, and every single time it came out looking fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Am I allowed to talk about JDM Garage now? You guys, everyone friends with them still?
Yeah, well, I'm friends with Ben Maloney, who's he's
Far
doing
away.
the car with them.
Far away. I just have a gripe with it now.
Yeah.
You know, like Aaron sold it, and like it used to be back in the day, everyone was like, "Fuck, JDM Garage has the coolest cars. Anything with JDM Garage sticker on it is fucking rad." And then I kind of feel like they've gone a little bit away from that, which as something when I first got into drifting, always looking up to JDM Garage, it makes me a little bit sad on the inside, but
yeah,
I know the business has changed.
Let's see what Ben can do with his, you know.
Early stages, but
yeah.
I do feel the same way at the moment.
But, I mean, like...
I'm sure there's a lot of people in the same boat that haven't said anything as publicly as I always do.
Yeah. I'm keen to give people the benefit of the doubt with it, and it's hard to live up to something like that, you know, because honestly, you think about it, you know, there hasn't been that many standout cars since those ones that you're talking about, you know, like it's hard to break those barriers and stand out and be something cool, you know, like sometimes you take risk and they don't pay off, you know, so yeah. It's not just as easy as just like be better, you know, like it's just like you can't just do that, you know, so
I agree, but also could everyone beat that?
We'll try, man. We'll try.
I'm always happy when people build a car and are stoked with it. That's all I really care about.
Yeah.
But then, you know, I'm always going to have an opinion on stuff.
And I don't think, you know, there's nothing cool about just copying what everyone else is doing either, you know. You have to take those risks and try to do something cool, you know, like...
Yeah, well, there's only so many Origin racing line kits I can fucking look at.
Yeah, well, that's it. But that's it, you know. So, you need to start thinking outside the box with things. And I think that's why... But the other trouble is, you know, anytime someone does come up with something cool, everyone just copies it to death, and then it's just shit. You know, like, if you think about when we all first saw Rocket Bunny, like, the very first time, you were probably like, that's pretty cool, that's different, I haven't seen anything like that before. A year or two down the track, and you're just like, I'm so fucking overseeing Rocket Bunny fucking cars. You know? Like, so it's the same thing. Like, yeah. So.
Hey, no, I fully agree. And then most of the time, you'll build something different, and people will just shit on you straight away and be like, "Dude, that fucking sucks." And then 6 months later, everyone else is doing it anyway and getting mad props for it. You're like, "What the fuck was I doing wrong?"
Yeah, that's it. Well, even like the K70 that I mentioned before, like back when I built that when I was 18, like I copped a shitload of hate for fucking putting a Origin body kit of all things on a K70. I saw someone do that like 2 years ago, and people fucking lost their mind and thought it was the coolest thing ever. I'm like, man, you're like 8 years too late, bro. Like, you know, so but you know, that's just how times change too, like, because everyone probably got sick to death of seeing a quad headlighted K70 with chrome bumper bars, and they wanted to see something different, you know. So I agree
with that.
So it's the same. But then again, you have that other thing of when someone, you know, does do a K70 with quad headlights and chrome bumper bars, but they fucking nail it. You know, like if you nail everything properly and everything's to like 150% perfection, then you stand out there as well. So
everyone remembers why that was so popular when someone comes out and nails it.
Yeah, that's it. So you can't just do something half-assed if you want to be different. I think the way it works is if you want to be different, you have to fucking nail it. You know, like if you want it to stand out, it's got to be fucking mint. Like you can't just fucking slap something on there and expect it to be cool. So
back of that 100%.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty much just be better, cunts.
Fucking be better.
I'm
not going to tell you how. Just do it.
Alright, moving on before we call out any more people.
Moving on. So let's talk a bit about your trips to Japan, because you did go to Ebisu as well as the trip that you did with the 8.6. So let's talk a bit about that.
Yeah, alright. When did I do that? That was, I think I had to look it up actually.
2014 or 2015, it would have been.
Yeah, 2014.
Yeah.
I remember. Yes, that was still when Ebisu was like cheap. So I think I bought my Red S14 that I drove there. It was like $2,200 or something.
Yep.
And I literally rocked up. I put some brake pads in it and then drove it for a week.
Nice. Yeah, well, we were there together at the time too. So
yeah, that's true. I think, had we met before then, or
I think a little bit, but yeah. But I remember coming up and just saying hi and be like, "Yeah, man, we're both from the same kind of place, and yeah."
I've seen you at events before.
Yeah.
You're white too. I can talk to you. That's sick.
Do you speak English? But no, and I mean, like 2013 was the time when all of the Japanese banking crashed and cars were real cheap at the end of 2013 when I bought mine, but it was still quite low in 2014. So yeah.
I did real good. I think I bought the car, drifted it for a week, and all it cost me was the tires that I used, because I sold it for the same sort of money as when I left.
Yep. Yeah.
But then 12 months later, I was like, "Fuck, probably should have just kept that. I can't afford to buy anything anymore."
That's why I haven't sold my 32 yet. Because I'll be able to never afford another one.
What's the power vehicle prices up to now per month? It's probably like $100 now.
Well, it'd be about 70 to 75 Australian. So it's not that, but it's the price of cars, man. Yeah. Like I paid like $4,000 for my 32 back then, and it was like clean, straight off the streets, and it had never done a Matsuri. And now, if you wanted a car like that, man, like 10 grand,
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. So you spend $5,000 in storage fees and you're still in front.
Yeah, exactly. I think it cost me $1,200 a year in storage fees, but my car is literally going up probably like $2,000 a year in cost to buy another one. So
that's what I spend on my hair every year. So you got a way better result than me.
Oh god.
Wasn't that one of the? Didn't someone ask if I do shave for a cure?
Yeah, someone wanted to know if you shave for a cure and how many followers you need to get a mullet.
Get a mullet. I've actually been considering it. I was like, because it's summer and having so much hair is just fuck.
Yep.
I don't know why I'm wearing a beanie either, by the way. If anyone's wondering. But yeah, I was thinking about probably not shave for a cure, maybe like cut for a cure or something like that when I get a bit more followies. That way I can get a good chunk of money.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'm always in big support of cancer research and cancer counselling and all that kind of stuff. Like because my dad passed away from throat cancer, so it's pretty close to the heart.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I have actually been considering it the last couple of months doing something like that, making a real clickbaity YouTube video, be like, donate money to me and I'll cut my hair off or something like that. So people are like, man, fuck this guy taking money, and then it's just going to be like, I'm actually donating it. So, you got to get them views somehow, boys.
Well, someone's saying that you said you would at 10,000 on the YouTube, so...
There you go. When I get to 10,000, I'll do cut for a QR and we'll raise some fucking dollars and help some people out.
Do some subscribing.
Go subscribe to Jacob.
Tell your friend. Tell your mum. Hire a billboard in Times Square. Whatever you can fucking do.
Hey, dude, look, honestly, you'll be able to afford to store a car at Ebisu after you do, so...
Can't afford to buy one. I can pay him fees.
Yeah, but maybe at 10,000 subscribers, you'll get that YouTube money to cover that, so... it's win-win.
I haven't got monetized for ads yet. I've been waiting since, like, September.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, so they got to, like, manually review your channel now. So
wow. Yeah, right.
I send emails once a week being like, hey, you bros doing, like, reviewing yet, or...
Yeah, right.
No one's got back to me, so I'm assuming that's a no. But yeah, like, YouTube's fucking expensive to do, dude. If you're, like, a car channel, trying to do car stuff every single week to keep out consistent content.
Yeah.
And then It's insane. People wonder some weeks I just do a video of me talking to a camera. It's like, man, I'm broke.
Yeah, totally, dude. Like, and I don't think a lot of people understand the amount of effort that goes in behind the scenes on stuff like that. You know, even this podcast tonight, I've literally spent probably the last 3.5 hours setting this up to get to this point, to still have technical issues just before I started as well with my computer blue screen.
Every time. And then you can spend 5 days of your next week sorting it for the next one in a fortnight, and you're just going to have some brand new issue again.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
Seriously.
It wouldn't be the podcast if we didn't have technical issues.
No, exactly. Well, that's like, okay, so this weekend for me to go drifting, I had to pay $220 driver entry at both events. I'm already down $440, $660 for accommodation at halfway hangs. Fuel for my drift car, tires. Like, I'm probably in the whole weekend for like $2,000 before I fucking left the house. And got food.
And honestly, that's a pretty cheap weekend too. Like, it used to cost me like $2,000 to $3,000 by the time I'd finished a Matsuri. You know, if I didn't fucking break anything. So,
man, me doing Matsuris is expensive because I set up. I always buy a shed. Got to pay for a spot for a stall. I don't let you sell anything there for free. And it's a long way from my house.
No, it's
it's very expensive. And then so I spent over $2,000, and I'll get 2 10-minute videos that I can put on YouTube.
That YouTube won't let you monetize.
Exactly. Like, you know, my video that I uploaded the other day was like the Adam LZ day. It's like I spent $1,000 on that, and I got 3,000 views.
Yeah, that's pretty good though. That's more than we get. So.
Well,
we don't spend $2,000 to do a podcast though.
No, I like racked secondhand tires from work. And I had a jerry can worth of fuel. I'm like, that goes in the 34. Let's drive to the event.
Well, at least the title of this video is accurate, where we said about losing money. So.
You don't make money drifting.
No, you don't. You know, like
or anything drifting related.
Well, basically anything car related, unless you're the person building the engine.
I mean, like, but you think about it with
car related people making money.
I mean, you
or
think
looking
about
like they're making money.
What's that?
Looking like they're making money.
Well, I mean, like, you think about it, like, $3,000 a Matsuri, $2,000, you know, on a normal weekend driving and stuff like that. You do that 4 or 5 times a year, that's a trip to Ebisu, you know? So, you get a lot more driving
I probably go drifting every month.
Wow,
at
dude.
At least once a month. So, you know, I easily spend probably $20,000 a year going drifting.
I've never really delved into looking at how much I spend, because I try to go drifting at least once a fortnight.
I think I worked it out that just on Japan trips alone, I've spent $130,000 or some bullshit number like that. It was some bullshit number that I've fucking spent so far. Because each trip's like up to about 15. So I've done 5 trips at $15,000 plus $4,000 for the car. So it's fucking high. Anyway, whatever it is, it's not a small number. I'm like, god damn, I could have bought a 34 GDR and put fucking like 800 horsepower into it.
You need to do one of them fucking full hobo trips to Ebisu.
Yeah, well, I kind of do, man. I live in a little miniature camper van when I do go, so like I'm already like semi-slumming it. What's that?
No, you gotta fly over on the real cheap Jetstar flights.
I do that, man. I do that.
Stay in the fucking Drifters Lodge.
In the bunks.
Straight up. And then only ever eat, you know, those places that's like $3 for like rice and a little bit of meat.
Yeah, dude. No, I do this, and it still costs me $15,000.
This is what he does.
And look, it sounds like you're fucking up. I'll tell you that much.
It's because I run tire pressure at like 75 psi, so I go.
This
through,
is
like,
a continuous argument we have.
I think it's like 12 tires a day, basically, when I'm drifting over at Ebisu. At least.
How do you manage that?
Because he runs like 80 pounds in the
75
tires.
psi cold in the rears. So I don't have to do a clutch on the ground. In the snow.
You're insane.
Yeah.
I've got no sympathy for your spending now.
Every time he says it, like, I was at Archie, I'm like, my clutch is gone, I'm running high pressure. He's like, what's the high pressure? I'm like, 35 pounds. He's like, that's not high.
That's not high. And that's 75 cold in the wet too, by the way. I don't air down for dry. So
yeah, look, I feel like you should reassess some things and just pay power vehicles $1,000 to put a good clutch in for you, and then you can save $1,000 a day on tires.
See, it is. It's an aftermarket. It's an aftermarket good clutch. I just have paranoia.
That's the reaction, everybody.
All right, let's go to the next question.
Yeah, let's go to the next one.
Yeah, but I'm done talking about Japan. That was enough.
Yeah. Was that all the ones that we had written down? Pretty much.
Yeah, we're pretty much talking about everything that we've written down. We got a few questions that we got sent through by you.
Just make sure you're talking that much.
Hodges wants to know, how is Adam in person? Is he a good bloke, or?
Remember, this has been a call out so far.
Well, hey, we're running the line at the moment, so let's just keep going.
Yeah, you guys are trying to get me to say some bad things. Honestly, I got to Archie at like 8:30 in the morning or whatever. I rolled up and conned Tiana and Luke into letting me set up a stall. And then Adam rolls over and he's like, "Oh, hey man," shook my hand, said he was Adam, and I was like, "Oh, I'm Jacob," and he's like, "Oh, cool, thanks for getting all this done." Like, it was a pretty big order in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
He was cool. And then we went to dinner, and he was pretty quiet, but like he still talked and whatever. But like the dude's just flown over from America and then had to sit in Australia heat all day, and then it's like 10 o'clock at night. So obviously the dude's pretty tired. But yeah, like every interaction I had with him, it was sweet.
Yeah, that's
sweet.
rad.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, and then oh man, the guy stood around for like 2 hours taking photos and signing stuff, and like after the drift event, like, could you imagine going to a drift event, being there from 8 a.m. and then having to stick around until 7:30 signing stuff for people?
But not just that, flying the day before, jet lagged as fuck.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, exactly, like a full 24-hour flight from Japan and stuff like that. So, I was super impressed. He holds it together very well.
Yeah.
So that was cool. I got nothing bad to say about the guy. He's been nothing but cool. Been here, and every time I've talked to him, he's been sweet. So
yeah, when I was in Japan in November, I broke my intercooler pipe, came off on my 32 out skid pan. He was set up at skid pan. He was driving away. I didn't even know who it was, and I was like, "Hey, dude, can I borrow your 10mm socket to put this thing on?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, it's just over there." So like,
that's rad.
Yeah.
But I've had it on the other hand as well. Like I had some friends, like a dude I know that was over there same sort of time, and said he went up to him at the pits and he was just a dick and didn't want to talk to him. So
I think it comes down to like who you've been dealt with just before then as well.
Oh.
Also, if you just like binge your car or something.
Yeah, like, especially if you're trying to, if you got the pressure to pump out a video every day and you're trying to get some footage and people are just coming up and harassing you while you're trying to get in the car and shit like that, man, like, I probably wouldn't hold it together that well. I'd be like, dude, fuck off.
Yeah, and like even when we were in pits, there was still heaps of people.
Shit.
Yeah. But like even when we were in pits, there was heaps and heaps of people just coming up to him, just asking him random questions.
It was busy.
Like,
yeah.
So,
cool. But he obviously gets it. Like that's his job, and that's
literally his job.
He put himself in. It's not like he just randomly rocked up one day and he's famous. It was like years of work, and then he decided to do drifting and carried it over. So I think you got to get both sides of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Any other comments from people?
When will there be more work and videos done on this 13?
Oh yeah, the S13. Honestly, I just haven't any fucking time the last couple of months. It's just been hectic, and I don't know. Life gets in the way.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
And the Corolla not being like reliable, it means I have to spend all my spare time that I'd work on the S13 working on the Corolla.
Yeah.
As well, the Corolla's not actually the S13's not actually at my house. It's at a friend's house, which is like 20 minutes away. He works full time with his like own business and has like 2 kids and stuff. So it's pretty hard just to rock up one night and be like, yeah, let's hang out.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, totally.
We'll feel the same way. Like I work full time as well, and it's always trying to work out a time to like get to do something. It's just hard.
Yeah, well, like we couldn't even get you here on time. So
well,
Well, yeah, let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
totally.
What were the other questions? There was a couple zingers in there.
Yeah, I'm just
do you
checking
have them on your
YouTube now
phone?
manually at the moment.
Oh yeah, that's rough.
Let's have a look. No, just someone asking about your hair.
Hey, there's heaps of that.
No. Yeah, so what's planned for the 8.6 in the future? Is it gonna get the award for not needing the most love next year, or?
I'm not going to put a time limit on it, but I doubt it'll be looking amazing by then. Yeah, I just want to get it looking nice and tidy, put some carpet back in it, make it like nice and streetable, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I'd really like to repaint it some days, and then other days I love the maroon. So I think that's every car guy's problem.
Yeah. No, I know that problem. Well, like, I've had my heart set on wanting to paint my 8.6 a certain color, and then every single time I have a friend over, they're like, "Oh, don't paint it. The copper looks awesome." I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe.
I'd probably get new friends that don't tell you that. The copper doesn't look that great.
No, it doesn't. But I've had it for that long. It's just like, yeah, it's so good. I'm like,
And the thing is, it's you. It's like people see that, and it's like a copper 8.6, and like, oh yeah, that's Ben. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. But then, yeah, that's also what's hard about putting a car on the internet and having people there for the whole build. It's like, if I change the color, people already associate the maroon with the channel and with me and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's it.
It's a bit different, but
yeah,
I got a color in mind, and I've been wanting to do one that color forever. So it'll probably
Tiffany
win out,
blue,
but I just want to do it.
It's Tiffany blue.
Oh, please no.
I don't think anyone's ever wanted to paint their car Tiffany blue.
Oh, jeez. Let's not go there. Oh, we will be calling people out.
This really should have been the call out podcast today.
Oh, man.
Calling people out with Jacob Peck. So.
I don't think a lot of people get it. 90% of the time I say some shit, it's just me fucking poking fun.
Yeah, that's it. Well, we spoke to Luke the other week, and like he's the king of that. So,
wait, nah, me and Luke had beef for a long time because I poked way too much fun. Didn't like it.
We won't get into that if you don't want.
It's fine. We just trash talked on the internet, and they, you know.
I think everyone trash talked on those forums back in the day. Like,
it wasn't even on forums. It was on like Facebook back in the day.
Oh wow! So not even that long ago.
It was funny as at dinner. Like I was sitting next to Luke and Tiana sitting across from us, and then she's like looking at us and just had to take a photo of us sitting together, hanging out. To her, it was the funniest thing in the world. Like, if you told her like 5 years ago that we'd be all going to dinner together and we'd get along like a fucking house on fire, probably would have spat in your face. That's how offensive it was. It's cool. I like Luke and Tiana a whole fucking lot.
They're doing a
great time.
shitload for the Australian drift scene right now. You know, and have been for the last few years. So
yeah, Archie for one is just phenomenal now.
Yeah, look, if anyone ever talked to Luke and still didn't think he fucking loved drifting with every fibre in his body, they'd be fucking lying.
Yeah, that's it.
It's impressive.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, totally.
So, he's probably the only guy that likes it more than I do.
Yeah. But yeah, no, totally.
Nah, rad.
Someone just asked about what are your thoughts on a VQ powered 8.6?
And this is where I didn't want to go.
On a what?
A VQ powered A86. Or is it? It just says 8.6.
So this is a 350Z powered 8.6, and it's a friend of a friend's friend. And I respect the amount of work that's gone into that car, but I don't agree with it.
Look. The amount of memes on the internet for VQ with straight pipes.
Yeah.
Look, it'd be reliable.
The gearbox is strong.
Bit of CDR9 in there.
It'd be reliable. I'm sure it'd handle like 17 big bags of dicks. Like Travis said before, I shouldn't be so quick to judge people. Like, get it done, and then we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
You're building something different. Fucking mad props.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. I know people that had 6 cylinders in Corollas, and they completely pulled them apart and said it was the worst thing that they ever did. So,
well, how is Mumble's like 2J powered 8.6?
It's not in the 8.6 anymore,
isn't it?
It's
okay.
No, it's in pieces at the moment.
Okay.
It needs, because Tiff crashed into him at I think it might have been Matsuri or something.
Yeah, they had a bit of a crash
Right.
at Matsuri.
Right.
Yeah, so the 32 won that battle, but
Not
so
surprising.
I think it needs like rear quarter and door sort of done type deal, and then Mumbles pulled the 2J out of it, and I think he's got that in a 34 4 door.
Yeah,
I don't know if people
I'm keen
have
as for that. So
yeah,
RV
so with
2J.
that, and then I don't know. He saw my car on the weekend. He was just fucking in my ear about doing a turbo 4A in the 86. So
We should have bought my
hopefully he
turbo
ends up
4A set up.
yeah, look, if it was turbo 4A prices, it probably would have happened.
now. Enough of that.
Well, like, I'm just historically, everyone wants a fucking NA motor in their 8.6, and you had a turbo motor, and usually they go for no money.
Yeah, that's it. That is exactly it.
Whereas wanted money, and then I'm sure you struggled to sell it due to that.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, even my previous A86 that was turboed, I had that many people that were interested in it, but they were on their P plates, so they couldn't freaking drive it.
Yeah.
They literally sell for more money NA.
Yeah, well, I was talking to a guy, and he literally just put an NA motor back in his to sell it. Just goes,
yep.
Get money for it. It doesn't make any sense to leave the turbo motor in it. No one wants them.
Yeah. I was talking to a friend about, because he wants to sell his one, and it has an SR20 DT in it. And I'm like, dude, no one wants one. It just will not sell purely because it has an SR. People don't want it,
100%.
Anyone
100%.
with money that wants an A86
wants to go slowly.
But they want to be a purist. They are a purist, so it's just how it is.
Well, they're all purists until they drive one and they go, oh, what the fuck am I doing?
I remember I hopped out of my car and I drove Ben's small port, and I'm just sitting there just waiting for the boost to hit, and I'm just like, man, this is shit.
Yeah, and you're like, how does this guy just live a life full of disappointment?
And now I'm selling my turbo motor to go NA, and I can't even convince myself why I'm doing that. Like, I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't know what's wrong with you.
I don't. I need to go see professional help.
You probably do.
Yeah, well, like what did me is I built a GZE car, and then you'd go drifting and you pick up speed through corners.
Yeah,
which is just mind-boggling.
Yeah,
mate. I could put it in 4th gear at QR and it'd still drift. I was like, what?
80 pounds
this
in the
isn't an
tires.
A86. No, that was just like 45.
Okay,
About,
yeah.
120 pounds in the tires.
Well,
55 all day, every day. That's the highest that the petrol stations ones goes to. So
even if it was 50 cold, that probably does come to 120 when it's hot anyway. So we're probably not far off. So
especially our QR summer temperatures.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. But
yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
Do we have any other questions?
I've only got one left. It's like, what are your future plans for your YouTube channel and Death Clique and all of that? Like,
yeah, where's Pecky going to be in 5 years?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know. Probably heaps more broke than now. No, pretty much plan is like YouTube channel, just keep pumping out weekly videos.
Yep.
Like it's not one of the things that happens overnight. You look at a lot of people and they've been doing it for 5, 6, 7 years before they, are able to make it a full-time gig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not in a rush.
Yeah.
I'm pretty ready just to keep plodding away at it. Like it's grown pretty crazy. Like I've only been doing it for like 14 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I did my first video was like 29th or 30th of November, like 2017.
Yep.
It's not really that long, and then like 2,200 subscribers. So I think last month I've got like 300 new subs and 20,000 video views and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's right.
It does it's got a bit of traction, but you got to keep bringing out that stuff every single week and working hard at it.
That's why I keep telling Ben we go do a podcast every week.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't know. It's weird, the podcast thing. I don't get why more people aren't into it. I love listening to people talk about drifting. Like, you can't just flick on the radio or anything like that and listen to like this sport that you love. I don't know if it's really a sport. I'm not going to get
just
into
whatever
that.
you love.
It's like whatever you like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, totally.
Which is why I think like car stuff, like drifting stuff on YouTube, so popular. Like, you can't watch any fucking channel on Foxtel, Free Air TV. Nothing is drifting. You go on YouTube though, and there's dudes all over the world doing it every single day and uploading content. And you can find anything you love. You can find someone that you love doing it. You can find someone that you fucking hate doing it.
Yeah.
But it's a very cool platform to be able to have that sort of thing happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess 5 years, hopefully still doing the YouTube business. And then Death Clique, obviously love to be able to do that full time.
Yep.
But I got some plans and some stuff I want to do this year. Try and get it out there a lot more, and get it a lot more associated with like the Australian drifting scene and people just seeing it for what it is. Like me just loving something and wanted to put all of my life and effort into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we got going on. It's kind of a bit secret at the moment what we're doing later in the year, but you guys will know.
Yeah,
at some point.
Awesome. Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, no, awesome. No,
yeah,
right. I think that's about.
Yeah. Anything you want to mention?
Yeah. Anyone you want to thank?
I would. Oh, there's so many people I'd like to thank.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Mum for always being mad supportive about drifting. She thinks it's cool as that I waste my whole life doing something, and it blows her mind that she sees other people that wear Death Clique and know me from drifting and watch my YouTube channel. She just thinks that's insane, and kind of all of the years I've said that about drifting's the best thing in the world, and I just want to do it forever. And she's just been like, oh, whatever, it's just another phase. And then it's not, Mum, I'm trapped. And then obviously my girlfriend is very supportive. She comes out, like she came down to Halfway Hangs, helps sell merchandise. She gives me all the time in the world that I need to do stuff, and doesn't ask for anything in return, which is amazing. So super appreciative of that. My friend Dave, D-Style, you guys don't follow D-Style, go check him out on Instagram. He takes awesome photos. He does everything for me. He'll come over and help me work on my car, takes all my photos, will weed stickers for me if I go, dude, I can't be bothered. Anything I need, Dave's there to give me a hand. So I honestly don't think I'd be still doing Death Clique without him. I don't know if he's listening to this, but yeah. Just anyone that's ever fucking bought a t-shirt, a sticker, a key ring, like watched a video on YouTube, gave me a thumbs up, subscribed to the channel, like all that stuff is insane. Like it blows my mind every day that I wake up and there's people that comment on my stuff being like, hey, this is so rad, dude. All that kind of stuff. Well, actually, at fucking Archerfield on the weekend, I had these two like 11-year-old kids come up to me like, hey, Jacob, can you sign our shirts?
That's
and
sick,
I was
dude.
like, fucking what?
You're like, Adam's over there, man.
I'm like, do you know who I am? And they're like, yeah, we watch all your videos. And that was insane that you can inspire these younger kids to, hopefully they become like the next generation and they've got fucking videos that people watch and they build cool cars. And that'd be insane that, it started out as being a little bit of an influence for them to help the next generation come along. Like that's incredibly humbling.
Dave just said he's listening as well. So, so now you can call him out because that's what we've been doing the whole thing. Now you know he's listening. Call him out.
Dave, you suck. Work harder.
Be better.
Dave.
Yeah, but that LZ event was crazy as well. Like people stopped me for photos and dude got me to sign his like radio surround on his silver. He came up to me and he's like, oh, Adam signed it. Can you sign next to Adam? And I was like, dude, I'm going to sign like above him just to show that I'm better.
Over him or something. So Adam didn't get your signature?
No. Oh, yeah, actually, I thought about it the other day. I'm like, dude, I didn't even get a photo with him or anything.
Oh, damn.
I did get a cheeky video where he's 10-cent bets on the pokies, but I might keep that one to myself.
Nice.
That's
nice. No, that's sick,
Awesome.
dude. Yeah.
Actually, as well, fucking Tyson Lash.
Yep.
I talk to Tyson every single day on the phone, bounce ideas off him, and he always just tells me to fucking do it.
That's
so it's rad having someone that'll just support you in anything you ever do.
Yeah, that's mad.
And then I probably forgot heaps of people that have helped along the way, but I don't mean to forget you. It's just very hot, and I've been talking for an hour and a half or something.
No, that's sick. Yeah. No, and
awesome.
definitely thanks to Luke for putting the event on over the weekend. Because that was fucking a really good event.
Yeah.
There was so many spectators come to that event, you know, and that's just real good money to upgrade Archie even further, you know, and make it better and better.
Oh, yeah.
So
hopefully. But as Luke said on the last podcast, because obviously I listen to stuff, it's always scary for him spending money because he doesn't know when they're just going to shut him down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, so, it's a very awkward position for drifting in Queensland, but at the moment, drifting's never been better. There is so many tracks available, and there's so many people doing it, so many different areas, and everyone's... The scene at the moment is super supportive of each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's lots of different teams, but they'll always, you know, put their egos aside, and, you know, if Curse Sundays are putting on an event, they'll show up and hang out and throw down their support. So all that sort of stuff. It's really bad to see.
Yeah. And that's one thing that we were talking about over the weekend, you know, is we need these YouTubers and stuff, you know, especially in Australia, to work together. We have this amazing drift scene in Australia that is just not getting shown off anywhere near as much as it should. And that's one of the reasons we started this podcast as well, you know, like we need to get you guys out there.
Well, that's why, like, one of the reasons I started the channel, like, there was no one filming videos at all these cool fucking drifting events that we have, like, talking about them and being, like, a face, you know, that people can recognize.
Yeah.
It was, like, just these, like, random obscure teams that went and did stuff, and they'd drip feed content on Instagram.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, like, even Gravy Garage is, like, somewhat known over in America and stuff, too, you know, and, you know, imagine...
Gravy are huge.
Yeah, and imagine if, like, we'd been filming and doing blogs and stuff on YouTube for, you know, as long as these guys in America had been doing it for in Australia, how much bigger they would be on top of that, you know? So, yeah. Imagine if audience, it'd be crazy for Australian drifting. Like, imagine how many more people would get in and support it. Like, it'd grow the scenes immensely, which obviously is what we want to do. But yeah, Gravy Garage are inspirational, to say the least. The amount of work those dudes put in. Yeah. Makes me feel like the laziest person in the world. Totally. And they got the driving to back it up too. So
Well, sometimes.
That's not mentioned in this session.
But yeah, no, moral of the story is, I think we need to push more Australian drifting, you know, and even you just think about the title of Adam LZ's video was like all of these weird, unique cars in Australia that we have, you know, and we need to get those shown off. Yeah.
People in drifting just need to support other people in drifting. Like,
that's it.
Don't be upset because someone's getting a bit more famous than you. Be like, fuck yeah, someone in drifting's doing some shit and getting recognized. Like, obviously, it's not easy to show up and put in the work for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, that's it. Yeah. Well, with that, we
cool.
might leave it at that. So thanks for coming on, dude.
Thanks heaps for coming on and fucking chatting.
Anytime. Lots of fun. This is the first podcast I've ever done, and I always say that I have great opinions and people should hear them, so this is the first step.
Well, you're definitely welcome back again.
Yeah, man.
We'll name it Call Out Podcast on that one.
Hey, hopefully there's less things making me mad later in the year. We'll see what happens.
Hopefully everyone just does be better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Or everyone just messages me and be like, dude, I'm going to do this to my car. Are you going to write me off on the internet later about it?
Oh, God. All right. Well, thanks heaps, dude. And we will definitely chat to you again soon. And we'll see you at Matsuri.
Probably catch you at Matsuri.
Yeah.
For sure.
Awesome. All right, man. Thanks for that.
Dude.
See ya.
Everyone listening.
Awesome.
That was rad.
Yeah.
Was it?
That one.
Is it? Yeah.
Not that one.
That
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
So,
Whoa.
don't know what happened then. Let's
You gotta
just go back
hang up
to
on
here.
that.
There we go. That'll do. Let's just leave it.
Rad. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Hells yeah.
Yeah, no, that was good. Yeah, so we got Matsuri coming up. We have this Autumn Jam, and we got Bring the Bash, all coming up in Australia.
And Matsuri in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, I said that one first.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Good listen, man.
No,
but yeah,
listening.
so definitely check those 3 events out. We'll definitely be at Matsuri for sure. Daigo Saito is coming to Bring the Bash. You know,
that'd be sick.
that's gonna be a sick day. Get down
Would be
and
keen to try and get down there if I can get time off work.
Yeah,
if my car's running.
Yeah, jump on Pecky's store, Death Clique Co, and
check out his YouTube channel and just
subscribe.
support Australian drifting. You know.
Yeah, especially if you guys overseas are listening as well. You know, we need to support everyone. So
it's been interesting.
Yeah, and we got some. I got all the colors here to show that we have available of the. It's not doing the green because this is green.
Oh, it's invisible.
It's invisible because we got a green screen, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, we got pink, blue, purple, green, gold, orange, and red. These are all going to be available at Matsuri. They are a key holder in design similar to the old Snap-on ones that are discontinued. Basically, you just cut down an aftermarket key, tighten up the grub screw to hold the key in there, and away you go. You know, they'll even work on like things like a JSX 100 and stuff because they don't actually require the key to be the genuine key to start the car, just to have your remote to unlock. And on those cars, you can actually get the alarm systems to even tie in to unlock the car instead if you already have that. So if you're keen, check us out at Matsuri. Haven't figured out where we're going to be, but we'll be there. So yeah, and thanks for listening, guys. You can check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and
Spotify, Google Podcasts,
Apple Podcasts, all of the podcasts,
basically everywhere.
Yeah,
Facebook.
Yeah, so
the invisible ones are not for sale. This is a purely one-off amazingness.
Yes. But the purple one glows in the dark, if that counts. So.
Yeah, there you go.
But check them out, guys. We're gonna have a couple of other designs up soon as well. So give us some support. We're gonna be handing out free stickers at Matsuri as well.
Yeah,
so
come find us.
Come find us, grab a sticker, and say hi, and call us out. Whatever. It's cool.
You know, something.
Dish it back. So thanks for that,
awesome, guys.
And we will catch you again.